Hey y'all, welcome back to the Hot Rod Dad channel. Glad you came, hope you stay. If you haven't already, hit the like and subscribe button. I would appreciate it. Today I'm in Allard, Tennessee, little bitty Allard, Tennessee, for the annual Pumpkin Festival. They have this every year, first weekend in October, and they have a car show associated with it that draws about a couple hundred cars. It's not a huge event, but there's always a lot of cool cars here. Let's check it out and see if we can find some stuff here. Pumpkins everywhere around here. I like your gear shifter.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
That's my buddy.
Just in time for Halloween. I love it. Everything from Lord slammed on the ground Chevy trucks here to lifted Fords and everything in between. What's up, you big goober? A lot of muscle cars out here today, and of those, this is one of my favorites. This little Dodge Challenger. Always loved the racing stripes on these. Kind of a fadeaway design right there. Awesome color combo on this car. Always really like the fuel doors on these too. Here is a really nice 1951 Chevy truck right here. Got a few little accessory doodads on here, including the grill guard and the headlight shields. But what I want to draw your attention to is this sun visor. These were an accessory add-on, and you see a whole lot of these Fulton brands, but this is a pretty rare one. This is a Comet Sky Shield. You can see right there, they're usually stamped right here. And these are probably one of the more expensive ones that you can put on. These things have went through the roof. Any kind of accessories for these old trucks has gotten really expensive. You got the wind diverter right here, accessory add-on rear view mirrors. Truck's mostly stock looking. Looks like he's scored a couple of swap meet items over there. One of these days I'm going to do a spotter's guide for you on these trucks. Here's a really cool little ratty rat. A lot of these are ill proportioned, This one is very nicely proportioned. It's utilizing a 39 to 46 Chevy cab, and more often than not, these are just pieced together out of various different vehicles. This one is utilizing an original frame. I'm not sure of the manufacturer, but one really cool little detail right here, the way that they've swept the frame. They just made a bunch of pie cuts and leaving this side intact, and they drew it together right there and welded all those pie cuts back together. Makes for a really cool visual effect, and it looks like they've also boxed it. One cool thing about these rat rods is they utilize all kinds of different doodads and knickknacks on them. Some of them can get pretty gratuitous, but this one is really cool. One little cool little detail is the horseshoes right there holding on the marker lights. This one's even got one of the nails in it right there that they used to attach those to the horse's feet, and this one does too. You can see right there. This one is also using some pistons for the rear tail line housing and Cadillac tail lights. Cool little truck. This is one of the cleanest little F1s I've seen in a long time, and one of my favorite trucks here today. Very tastefully done. Love the color of it. Love the upholstery on those bucket seats. Very minimalistic on the interior. Not overly done. Just classic, I would say. Nice wooden steering wheel. They kept the dash mostly original, updated gauges, and they just left the original character of this truck, I would say. I'm sure it's modernized underneath with the drivetrain. I don't know what's in it, but certainly is a beautiful truck. Next to that little F1 is a very nice 32 Ford Vicky right here. Y'all, I have not seen a Buick Opel, running at least, since I was a kid. This is a 1970 model Opel GT. These were imported by Buick from Germany. They only imported them for a few years until the DOT made them stop due to the rear mounted gas tank right there and the split bumper back here in the back. This one's got the optional luggage rack on it. When I was a kid, there was one in our neighborhood that sat by a house there for years and years. I was just enamored with it. This one's got an updated Weber carburetor because, quite frankly, the carburetors on these were junk. couple of the features I always loved about these cars: the flip-up headlights and the speed blister on the hood. That was to accommodate the original carburetor and air cleaner. Y'all, I have found a cool 46 Ford diesel powered truck right here. Got a dually rear end in it. This your truck, sir?
Yes, sir.
What's your name?
Larry Creekmore.
Good to meet you, Larry. Tell us a little bit about this truck.
Well, it sat on our property for about 30-some years, and I picked it up and moved it out of the way because it was in the way, you know. And one day we said, let's mail us a rat rod. So we got the old motor, we had the original frame, and it was stuck. So I run in and I said, we're going to put diesel in. We're going to build us something special. So I run into a bread truck that had a Cummins motor in it. And we just took it all off and put it on that bread truck and fixed it all in my shop.
So you used the whole chassis and everything?
Yes, sir.
Out of the bread truck?
The back of it's Peterbilt air shocks. I got Peterbilt trucks, and it's sitting on like an air ride back there. And it's got 1,500 springs. We get a softer ride, you know. It's got air conditioning. It's super nice. You can go anywhere in it.
And this is a 4BT Cummins, is that correct?
4BT Cummins, yes, sir. Got turbocharger.
Please tell me the stacks are functional.
Yes, sir.
Awesome.
Yes,
I love
sir.
it.
We'll start
I love it. Let's start it. Original steering wheel.
This is the turn signal switch that was in it, and the same turn signal lights. I bought new re-popped lenses
out there on the fenders.
It's got air conditioning and all that. Pretty cool. About a year and a half. We worked on it pretty hard.
Is this your company here?
That's me.
That's you, huh?
That is my papa and my dad started the lumber company and trucking company in 1948.
Awesome advertising.
This is sort of something for them. This is my papa's phone number in 1950. That's all he had, 4604. That was all the numbers you needed to call.
Awesome story, sir. Appreciate you telling us about it. Thank you, sir. Have mercy, y'all. I love this 54. LS powered artillery style wheels. Perfect patina. Nice bedwood. Rusty E, genuine Chevrolet service. This truck is perfectly stanced. Unique to the 54, 55 first series trucks, these flat top bed rails and the embossed bed panels right here. I don't know how well you can see those, but you can see that it's embossed right here. And that's generally you only find those on 54s. Later years they started manufacturing just the flat bed sides without the embossment. A lot of rat rods are, well, ratty, but there's a whole lot of creativity that goes into a lot of them. And if you look around a little bit on them, you can see a lot of cool elements about them, like this chain brace right there. Look at that twisted detail right there on the mirror. How about a cowboy boot for a gear shifter boot? And an old shotgun for a lever. Here's another cool detail on this rat rod. Pipe wrench mud flap holder. Y'all, this is my favorite C10 here at the show today, and it belongs to this fine young lady right here. What's your name, ma'am?
Haylin Ashley.
Haylin Ashley. Tell me all about this truck.
It's 1970 Chevy stepside. Me and my dad started building it when I was 7.
7 years
Yeah,
old.
so we finished it last year. It has a 350 and then 704. And then I got sponsored by Building Specialties.
You did?
Yeah.
That's
I did.
awesome.
And Brian did the tires at Brian's Motorsports.
Uh-huh.
And then me and Mom did the interior. My grandfather did the bedwood.
Your grandfather did the bedwood?
Yes, he cut it out for me and gave it to me for my 15th birthday.
That's awesome. Y'all, one of my favorite features of this truck is the sticker collection up there on the headliner. I just love that, y'all. Awesome color on this truck too. So tell us a little bit about the engine here too.
It's a 350. It's out of my dad's 1984 crew cab that he sold a few months ago. It's a Holly EFI. And
So you got the Sniper fuel injection on it, and it looks like you've got air conditioner on it too.
Yes, I have vintage air.
Wildwood brakes on it. I love the Chevy script valve covers on there. That's awesome. Kind of kept it vintage dressed. I like that.
It's really filthy. I gotta clean it for trucking the trace.
Hey, it's driven, so that's the main thing.
It's really dirty.
I like this little detail right here. Use some dimple dies right here on the shroud there. That's cool. Young lady, you did a wonderful job.
Thank you.
Thank you for telling us about your truck. Y'all, I want you to look at this Model T. This is what I'd say is a survivor. This is a touring car, which means it's got a back seat right here. No side windows or anything. This was just a rag top. Is this your car, sir?
Yes, it is.
What's your name?
Harold Chambers.
Good to meet you, Harold. Tell us a little bit about this car.
Okay, I've had it about a year. I bought it. It was non-running. I had to rebuild the engine, transmission, rear end. It took me about 6 months to get it where I could drive it.
Uh-huh.
So I drive it daily.
And what year is this?
It's a 23
1923. And this is a touring car.
touring car. Yeah.
Only has 3 doors, correct?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, the driver's side don't have a door.
Okay. Y'all, these came standard on Model Ts. This firewall mounted oil can. So you could do a little service there on your engine. And does this one have the Ooga horn on it?
It has the Ooga horn on it.
Is it a manual or electric?
I've got both of them. One's a manual and one's electric.
Okay, let's take a look at one of those.
Okay, right here is electric.
Okay.
That's electric right there.
Yeah.
Okay, we walk right over on the other side. This one right here is a manual. And of course here is electric.
Okay. Like I said, these are 3-door cars. They didn't have a door right here on the driver's side.
The reason for that, I don't know.
Yeah, I've never figured that out myself. And up here on the steering column, y'all, you've got the spark advance and the throttle.
Spark advance. This is your throttle. And this lever here, that's your 2-speed rear end. It don't make it go faster, it makes it go slower.
Okay.
Okay, this is your park brake. You got a clutch here, reverse, and a brake.
Uh-huh. They're a little difficult to drive, aren't
It's a
they?
little complicated. You got to be thinking, what do I do
Yeah.
next?
Takes a little getting used to.
Yes.
Thank you, sir, for telling us about your car. I appreciate it.
it.
I think this is the only van I've seen here this year. Really cool. Little GMC. Is this your van, sir?
Yes, sir.
What's your name?
Robert Plummer.
Good to meet you, Robert.
They call me Plum Bob out of Knoxville 384 Ironworkers.
Okay. Tell me about this thing.
68 GMC handy van. Came out stock with a 307 2-speed power glide transmission. I blew that up as quick as I could and put a 350 in it, fuel injected.
So where did you drag this thing out of? This thing is cool.
It was a field in Crossville, Tennessee. Drug it out of a field, been sitting there for 15 years. Took me a day and a half to get it back on the road. Just been a good old fun project. Something to spend my money on.
So is this the original paint?
That is the original paint. I put the Union Iron Worker on the side and patinaed it in. I did the rims, tires, the Zoomy exhaust, built the motor, built the transmission, and then just drive it. Drive it and love it.
Looks like you got some period correct wheels on it right there.
Yeah.
And there's the Zoomies, y'all.
Zoomy's exhaust. Put my gas hole down there.
Some tools of the trade right there.
Spud wrenches.
And right there, y'all, is the gas hole. Man, this thing is awesome.
You open that door.
Kind of in keeping with the theme right there. He's got some seat covers on.
Got my safety seat covers with the reflective on it.
Man, you got all kinds of room in here.
Oh yeah.
This thing is cavernous.
I put the carpet in it.
So how long have you had it on the road?
About 3 years now.
Cool.
It's just a fun project. I drive it to Knoxville and back a lot. Drive it out to whatever job I'm on.
Yeah. Cool. Appreciate you telling us about it, sir.
All right, man. Enjoy the show.
All righty. Allard is just a little bitty tiny town. They don't even have a red light here. Just one main four-way stop right over there. But you can see all the people here. There are literally thousands and thousands of people that pours in here for this event every year. I'm gonna make my way over there and see if I can see some of the pumpkins at the weigh-in. Even though it's a tiny little town, there's some beautiful old houses and stuff around here. Right over here, they're selling, Miss Miller's selling her world famous homemade donuts. There's a line stretched out to the road. Right over there is where they're having the weigh off, or where they've traditionally had it. I'm assuming it's still in the same spot. I'm gonna go over there and see if we can see some pumpkins.
That's crazy.
Here are some of the watermelons here in the watermelon competition. You can see how big they are. This is on a 4x4 pallet right here, so these things get massive. Right over here, they're doing the weighing. Y'all, they get serious about growing pumpkins around here. I'm assuming this is the record pumpkin right here, but I'm not sure. maybe that one over there. I'll see if I can get a close-up of it here in a minute. These are so big, they have to use a tow motor over there to get them around on. Okay, here I am with Mac McCullough right here, and he just informed me he's one of the judges right here for the pumpkins. This one weighs how much?
2376.
2376, but it's disqualified.
It's got a hole underneath it.
So that one over there is the record pumpkin this year.
2194, I believe.
Holy
it's a state
cow.
record.
These guys get serious about growing pumpkins, don't they?
They do. They do. They spend 100 to 120 days growing these things.
I've heard tell that they even use IV drip on these things too.
Some people do. Most people don't. But they do definitely baby them.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I know.
He talking bad about me.
Hey, Ed. See you, buddy.
Yes, sir. Look at that pretty girl back there.
Y'all, thanks for coming along with me, checking out some of the cool rides here at the show today and those big pumpkins. Till next time, y'all get out there and build something. When you get it done, drive it to cool car shows.